Yo, what's happening? It is time again for another trading competition. And what I decided to do this time, guys, is I decided to give you guys some strategies and help you with some structure. Ultimately, what this is about is the market is currently in a bear market. There's not crazy money to be made. And the best way to get good throughout these times, remember, ultimately, what you're doing is you're practicing for the bull run. That's what you're doing. You're practicing for the time that the market brings massive gains again. And a trading competition is the perfect way to do that. Now, for the trading competition that we are running, it is BitGet or ByBit. So what you will have to do is use one of the exchange links below if you don't have one of those accounts, where you'll sign up below this video. You will find the links. And once you have signed up with one of our exchanges, then you can come to these areas where you can see there's the ByBit and the BitGet. And if you click on these, it will take you through to the competition. You will then log in on either one of them, and you'll basically enter the competition. And you can see currently right now in ByBit, we've got 700 people, more or less 700 people over here. Now, guys, so it's quite easy. Go below, open an account, come here, register now, and get in with it. Now, let me explain to you what this actually is. It's not about being the winner. It's not, absolutely not. Winning is basically the cherry on top. You know, we're creating these competitions to help guys out there that don't have maybe to even make extra cash. You know, that's ultimately what we're trying to do. But the main goal is to just get you to practice throughout these times. So if you don't, I know it is $250 for you to join the competition. And I think it's a great way for you to monitor yourself by doing this. It will see how good you are as a trader. Now, I've been teaching school recently, and what the big thing that's come up again is we've been working so much on trading journals and these sort of things. And it's something that I want you guys really to use. I want you to use this competition as a way to monitor how good you actually are. And the best way you do that is I have two strategies I'm going to show you guys in this video. Is you want to see how good you are out of 5 trades, and you want to see how good you are out of 10 trades. Now, once you have that, I'm going to help you with the strategies. Remember what we do in this game is you always going to have losses, you're always going to have wins, but we manage our losses, we put stop losses in, and doesn't matter if we lose 3 out of 5 trades, the 2 that we win gives us way more gains than what we lost. Ultimately, you win a lot bigger than what you actually lose, and we want to stick to that. So I'm giving you 2 strategies where you can trade with 5 trades, or you can trade with 10 trades. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to monitor how good you are. Firstly, by using the strategy, we'll make it a lot easier, and I'm going to help you with that. And then once you know where you are, you can finally start as a trader and start improving. How do you improve yourself if you don't know your data? So this is going to give you your data. Once you have your data, you can start building your rule systems. You can be like, I lost these 3 trades. Why did I lose these 3 trades? No, because my stop loss was too tight, or because I moved it down, or because I bought too late, or because I this. So what you actually do is you put the reasons on why you won and why you lost. So you need to monitor, where did you buy? Where was your stop loss? Where was your take profits? You need to write this all down in a trading journal, and you need to monitor yourself. Once you have that data, guys, you're able to build a rule system on yourself for what you suck at, and you're able to build a rule system of what you're really good at. You're going to take your strengths, you're going to take your weaknesses, and you're going to build a system that is customized for you. Guys, it's the only way you do well in this market. I don't know you. I don't know your problems. You don't know my problems. You don't know what I trade for every day. I don't know what you trade for every day. So in order for this, is my strategies may not work 100% on you, but I'm giving you a foundation on where to start. And once you know where you can start, you can customize that whole system specifically for what you need. And that's ultimately what we're doing as a community, as a team. So remember, guys, smash a like, smash a subscribe button. Make sure you're following all of our social medias. Follow me on Twitter, Sheldon_sniper. And don't look at this competition as a way of, I suck, I don't want to lose money. They don't lose, like, do your best in a way and follow the strategy and the structure. The main thing you want is in this month to make money. I don't care if it's 10%, I don't care if it's 100%, I don't care. If you come in the top 10 and you make money from the competition, well done. That's a cherry on the top. I just want you to make money. I really just want you to learn the skill with me. And this is one of the best ways. I don't want you to be afraid of these things. Just work with a proper strategy. So the first strategy that I'm going to show you guys is I'm going to show you the difference that you have 2 options in this competition. And I'm going to give you over a month's data. Now, the way you do it is pretty simple. And I'm going to take this up here and show you guys. You got 2 options. for the month. Now, I'm trying to get to a point where you can make 500% on your money. Now, a 300% will even be great, but I want you to make 500%. And how you do that is you take 10 trades on a 5x leverage. I do have tutorial videos. I do have these things. Now, remember, guys, do not, if this $250 is money that you really can't afford to lose, don't do it. But then do me a favor, take $50 and still rank yourself, still trade in these times, still do these things, because I don't want the excuse that the money was a thing. Like, put school fees money then there. Okay. But what ultimately you're doing is you want to take 10 trades on a 5x leverage and you want a 10% move. That will equal 500%. That will take your $250 to 1,250. Okay. Now, the tools that you're going to use to make this happen. Now, this does include losses. Okay. So ultimately, the 500% is the big reward, but you can be giving 20, 30% back for stop losses. Definitely. Now, if you do counter of that, stop losses should be at least 3 to 5% risk. Okay, which ultimately you're giving yourself 4 to 6 trades that you can lose, and you need to win 10. So this is the hardest strategy, and I would say this strategy is for the guys that are a little bit more experienced to use the shorter time frames. Okay, but you need to get 10 trades on a 5x with a 10% move, and that's how you make $1,250. The tools that I'm showing you guys is the 1 and 4 hour stochastic RSI, the trend lines, and support and resistance. That's the horizontal lines. Now, let me show you what this actually looks like. I'm going to show you how we look at doing this on longing the market and shorting the market. Okay, so the first one is I need you guys to find trend lines. Remember what we're doing if you're going long. You're tracking down. Okay, when you are tracking down, you're also looking at something called your stochastic RSI, and you're looking for whenever this is in an oversold position. Whenever it's in these areas, you're drawing lines because you're looking for an entry. Because every time that you have bought at these zones have always been good areas of bounce. Anytime, if you look at this area over here, oversold, we bounced. We look at this area over here, oversold, we bounced. And you can go through. Even here, we were oversold, price did dip through, but right now we're above. This is a tricky one. This is where you want to get stopped out and you want to protect yourself. Small losses is not a problem. So you want to make sure you're in that area. Once you know you're in that area, you want to start drawing your trend lines. Now, guys, the more touches you can get, the better. I'm even saying 4 to 5 touches. Many touches, the better that you can get on the strategy. And you're sticking to the same thing I've taught many times, is what you are doing is you are tracking a trend and you're tracking it on, why are we using the 1 hour? Because you want to trade every day or every second day. Okay, now this RSI only gets reset every 2 days or something like that. So it means you're trading every 2 days. But what you are doing ultimately is you are buying the break and buying the retest, and you are putting a stop loss in this trend. Okay, now the way you're looking at this is you want to find a long trend. I'm pretty sure if I go back here, I will find them for you. Do you see this over here? There's a trend, there's the breakout and a retest. You see, so you're actually looking for a market that's doing this. To find a market that's doing this, you use the 4 hour stochastic RSI. When that's at the bottom, the market's usually trending sideways. Okay, very much. So you want to find 1, 2, 3 touches, and there was the 4th touch and the break. So 3, the more, the better. Okay, now you're buying 50% on a 5x over here. On the retest, you're buying another 50%. So now you can see very clearly, ultimately, you're looking for higher highs, higher lows, and you're buying the retest, and you're putting your stop loss inside that trend. This should not come back in here. Otherwise, we're going really bad. If it goes really bad, all that it means is stop out with as minimal risk as possible so that you can get a lower entry trade. And if you get a lower entry trade, it means way bigger gains on the next trade. So never look at a stoppage as a bad thing. Look at it that, okay, I'm not getting it right now, but my next trade is going to be bigger. Very important. So the way you're playing this out is you could see how the RSI was at the bottom, the 4 hours at the bottom. So I was drawing my trends and I was only buying on the trend line break. The way I want to play this is I'm using the trend line as my entry, and then I'm using horizontal lines as my take profit points. So what I'm doing over here is I would basically buy, wait for it to come again, add up the rest of my position, put a stop loss under that area. And then what I do is I take all the previous points, support, resistance. You see this point over here and this one here and all these previous tops, I put lines, okay? Because that's area where we can turn. Look where we went over here. We bounced all the way up, we went straight to this one, and now we're turning back down. So you want to use these previous points as take profit points. Then what you want to do is you want to take your ruler once you've marked out all the possible points, and you want to see from your entry, where is my 10%? Here is my 10% move over here. So for me to get my 10% trade, I need to go from here and I need to make that trade happen. How do I protect myself in that time? If I put a stop loss in that low, I don't want to risk. Remember how you calculate this, guys. Very important how you calculate this. This is showing me a 1.79%. You got to times that by 5. So it means you're actually risking 7% of your capital because you're on leverage. Okay, so remember that, very important. So you want to calculate that and you want to use your risk to reward ratio tool. Very important. You want to put this on here. You want to say, okay, cool, I'm risking 1.7% and my gains are 10%. So it's a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 6. Anything above 3 is really good, but if it's leverage, above 5 is what you want, and up to 10 is what you really want after that. Okay, so quickly sum it back down. You want a trend line with many touches. You're buying the break, you're putting a stop loss inside that trend, and you're getting a retest, you're buying the other 50%. You then mark out all the previous areas, and you work out what's the percentage that I need for my trade to happen. And now you know the setup of your trade. When it gets there, you take your damn profits and you go take a break until this RSI is at the bottom again and the 4 hours at the bottom again, and you do it again. Okay? You will occur 1 or 2 stops along the way, but ultimately you stick to the strategy and you'll have a really good month with the trading. Now, this also means that the market can make its way down as well. Now, before I do jump to the shorting, I do want to show you another thing. Once you do have this retest, what it's going to do, it's going to give you another low. And ultimately, what it's showing you is we got a higher low, higher high, higher low. So you actually want to take that low and you want to run a trend line. And as this is making up to your trade, if it starts to lose momentum, so let's say the trade starts to go like this, where it starts to move, and we just get in there, we're not at your TP yet, and we start doing this. Take your profits, get out of the trade, because we're going to start this again. You're going to track it again with the next trend line, and you're going to get your next trade. So very important. Now, second one is sometimes the market's going to be bearish throughout the next month. In order to be bearish, what you got to do is you got to look at how you can short. Now, let me show you. Now, shorting is one that I definitely want to find at least many touches. And you can see this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, many touches. That would have been my short. But let me show you how a short actually works and how you want to practice it. So here, you could see that you had a beautiful trend. Let me draw it up nicely. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 7th time we lost the trend. So you're going to do this in the exact same way. You're going to short 50% on a 5x on the break over here. And what you're doing is you're putting your stop loss inside that trend. Here we had a little wick, but you want it above the previous high. You want to make sure that you're no longer making higher highs. Very important. So you're basically putting your stop up there. You're entering 50% on the retest. And then what you're doing, because now you've prepped your risk. Now you're looking at where can I take profits. So what you do is you're going to now take all the next lows. So you're going to put all these horizontal lines, one here, one here, one here. You're even going to go to previous data and you're going to go find where are the next lows. There's a low, there's a low. And you're going to basically track out all these lines. Let me actually put a few here so I can show you exactly. So you're going to put a line there. You're going to put another line. I would say, let's clone this one. You put another line there. Okay, great. Now you got a little bit of an understanding of where are the areas of a possible bounce on where to take profits. So you look over here and you click down, you say, okay, cool. Where's my 10%? It's this one over here. So I want my area trade over there. And the same thing you're going to do is you are going to draw a trend line. You could see this area over here. You're going to draw that trend line. You're going to short your stop loss. Remember, guys, another thing that I forgot to mention is as soon as your trade goes in good profits, make sure you start bringing the stop loss down. And the way you put your stop loss is wherever the trend is, just keep your stop loss above that trend until at some point it breaks. Then it will stop you out or you take profits, these sort of things. So you're using this trend line the same way that you're using the long trend line on when we're going up. Let's actually clean this up for you quickly. The same way you're using the other trend line, you see this long trend line where you're going up here. The why you're using that trend line is so that you can take this stop loss, and as it's going in profits, you can move it up. Protect yourself, protect yourself. Get that stop loss, get your risk out of the way. Super important. And then you're going to use the horizontal lines on where you need to get next. If the trend line breaks, like let's say this momentum trend line, you got to take profits a little bit earlier and you got to adjust your strategy. Ultimately, you're looking for 10 trades on a 5x of 10% moves throughout the whole month to 5x your account. Cool. Now, let me show you the second strategy, and this is my more favorite one because it's not trading all the time. It's probably trading, maybe I think you're going to get only 5 trades for the whole month. And what this is 5 trades, 10x, which is way more leverage now, on a 10% move, 500%, $250, 5x, $1,250. The tools that you use here is you want to oversold when you're longing, you want to oversold 4-hour and 8-hour stochastic RSI. When you're shorting, you want to overbought. That means it's at the top. You want to overbought 4-hour and 8-hour RSI. We're using trends. You want a lot of touches and support and resistance lines. Same strategy. Look at this one over here. This is how you short, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 5th one, we broke. What do? You enter 50%. Now, let me show you the power of this, why you don't chase the other 50% in. Do you see how this still came in retest? Look here. So you would have entered 50%. It didn't retest. You wait for it. You keep your limit orders over here. The second time it came in, it took it. You'll be 100% in the market. Your stop loss was inside of that trend. And basically, you would track it down. Now, you would do the same thing. You would take your horizontal lines and you will be marking down all of these areas until you find where is the area of the percentage that I'm looking at. Look at this, guys. 4-hour. This is why 4-hour is very powerful, very powerful. We're in a volatile market. You would have just needed this little move over here and your 10% trade is done. Now, one thing you need to know here is your risk is extremely important. So sometimes you'll have a little bit higher risk, but you got to get that stop loss down ASAP. Very important. Get it down as quick as possible because a 10x means for every percent that it goes against you, you lose 10%. Now, let me show you an example. This move over here is 6%. You will lose 60% of your capital on this trade. So what you do is, because you only put in 50%, it's only 30% in the line. But as soon as this trade breaks and it starts to move down, you got to get the stop loss down to these areas. And you're moving it slow down until eventually are at entry. Once you remember, you only get your full stop loss at entry once your full position's in as well. So you just want to continuously protect yourself. Guys, this one on a 10x, be very aware. It is extremely high risk, extremely, which means you have to be really, really, really patient. You have to be so sure of the trend. That's why the more touches, the better. Look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches. One trend line. That's one you buy. Because look how quickly you would have made gains. If you can get 5 or more touches, that's ultimately the strategy that you're looking for. Now, let me show you. So use your horizontals, you'll take profits. Take your profits, guys. Take your profits. Very important. Now, the longing is the same thing. 4 hours, nice. It just takes time. So you're not trading too often. You wait for those RSIs to be reset. Then you know you're interested. Remember, you use the RSI to know when you should be interested. Once you're interested, you draw your trend line and you start prepping for your trade. So here, I'm not buying yet. I would have been out of my shorts, taken my profits. I'm waiting. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, nearly 4 touches, and I'm waiting. What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for a break. I'm buying the retest, the other 50%, and I'm moving this up. I'm then taking my horizontal lines, and I'm looking at where is my 10%. Let's take a quick ruler and see if we buy the break of this trend. There already is 10%. So you can take all these previous tops, line them up. Where's my 10% that you know? Now, obviously, stop loss, very important. So the way you're going to do this is as soon as we break this trend, you're going to have your stop loss right under the previous low. As soon as it starts to break to a nice point, you're going to move this slightly up and you're going to wait. Once you've got your whole position in and it's taken off, you then got to move this straight to entry. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your trend line and you're going to draw it on these lows so that you know the momentum. This is where you want to get. This is the momentum. At any point we drop that, you take your profits earlier and you wait for the next one. and then you continue the ride like that, minimize your risk. Now, guys, I'm still going to bring out I am away in Johannesburg this weekend. I'm still going to bring out another 3 strategies. I'm going to bring out moving average strategies. I'm going to give you many strategies on how to do this. The main thing is it can be done. And if you don't have money to lose, don't lose money you can't afford to lose, guys. This is not what it's about. I want you to learn. All that I want you to do is learn. So if you only want to do this with $10 on yourself, then do it. Just rank yourself and build yourself something that works really well. For guys that really want to get in, the competition is going to keep you competitive. It's going to see how it is with other guys, and it's going to make you show you that people can actually make money in this market. Some guys make really good money in these competitions, and they do really well, and it's going to inspire you to continue. But ultimately, all that I want to do is help you guys and give you the courage to use this to analyze yourself. Once you have this data, you can build rule systems. You can build many things that's going to bring you into becoming a pro trader and to help a lot. So if you want, join the competition. If not, trade on your own with it. But guys, start. If this bull run starts at any point, I need you to be ready so we can kick ass together, so we can get done with becoming millionaires, and we can all go chill and go just have fun together. That's ultimately what we do it for. We do this for our families. We do this for everything. I need you to learn the skill. And if I'm there or I'm not there, I need you to be able to do this. So I wanted to bring you guys this over the weekend. I will be doing shows again next week, just to get you guys hyped up. Sign up, get ready for this. Either way, just be part of this journey and start learning with us. I love you all, Banter fam. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Remember just to use the links for the competition. I'm just remembering. Remember to sign up with any of our exchange links. Remember BBS, remember Discord, remember all the damn things we offer you guys for free. I love you all. Have a fantastic weekend and stay safe out there. Much love, Banter fam.